Apart from its creators, Damon Lindelof and J.J. Abrams, does anyone actually know what's going on with Lost? Like, okay, what's the deal with the polar bears? And that huge monster that tears up the trees? Who's the crazy French woman?
Who is she?
And the hatch, what the hell's going on down the hatch? And the thing with the numbers, I mean, what's that all about?
4, 8, 50, 60.
All I can tell you is this, the cast of Lost themselves doesn't know much more than you guys do. Each installment is filmed only 3 weeks before it gets broadcast, and when we get the script, it's the same as you guys watching the next episode. But, you know, everyone has their own theory, so here are just a few of them.
There's mass conspiracy theories across the internet.
They've travelled through time. It's on another planet. The rest of the world has been destroyed, and they're the only survivors.
Where are we?
Are they dead? Are they in purgatory?
The only theory that makes any kind of sense is the purgatory theory.
The theory that I subscribed to for a long, long time was that it was this kind of limbo between heaven and hell, that they were all dead, and that when they died on the island, they were going to heaven or they were going to hell.
I don't know if they've all survived it. I think there's an element of, like, have they? Because, you know, if you fell out of a plane, would you realistically be alive?
No,
I mean,
I don't
there's
think
an
it
element
would
of the show that I think is kind of like, where is it set?
The tail section broke off when we were still in the air, and yet we escaped with nothing but a few scrapes. We shouldn't have survived.
What really intrigued me was the theory that it was a kind of purgatory, that we were all dead. And if the writers had had that idea themselves, you know, I'd be happy.
I think it's something to do with their dreams or their nightmares and overcoming them, because Locke has obviously achieved something that the others haven't yet.
Saeed has said that nothing's right on the island. He gets the compass out and north is not where it should be.
A minor magnetic anomaly might explain a variance of 2 or 3 degrees, but not this.
Is this an experiment? Is this an island that's been created? Have they been purposefully put there?
What if everything that happened here happened for a reason?
It's a game show. I think it's slightly in the future, and game shows and reality TV have merged and evolved, and it's probably something to do with that. They're all each fulfilling something they could never do in their real lives.
That's impossible. Even if it is, let's say it's not.
Was the crash deliberate? Have all these people individually been plucked from obscurity and put on a plane? But then, the more you say it, you think, but that's absurd.
4, 8, 15, 16, and 23 with the mega number 42.
The whole numbers thing, it's just still confusing. I don't know what's going on with that.
The significance of the number 23 is huge. It's everywhere. It's all through nature, and each of those numbers is quite poignant in its own special way.
You use those numbers to play the lottery?
Yeah.
You've opened the box!
I what?
Seeing them on the hatch. That's just
They could just be numbers.
Whoa! You've got to watch the Wall episode really, really carefully, because there are so many clues in it as to what's going on. The thing where he's with his mum and his stepdad in Australia, and he's reading that book about birds, and suddenly a bird flies into the window and dies.
Oh, my God.
And then you realise that he was reading a comic strip about a polar bear, and then the polar bear appears. And you think, oh, man, you know, there's some kind of weird demon-stroke-Christ child on the island that's got magical powers, you know, that can make things happen.
Whoa. Walt seems to be the most obvious manifestation of the idea that the island acts on people's ids, on their instincts, and will bring out elements that will either attack them or confront them and show them things to make them react.
I actually saw it in my mind or something, like it was real.
Who's to say it wasn't?
Because he's a child, he's more at the whim of his reactions, he's less guarded, and I think the island probably senses that.
You haven't spent enough time with him to see it, but he's different. What did you say?
At the end of it, you're going to get the jigsaw puzzle with maybe one piece missing, though.
Every episode that answers one question begs 15 more.
What the island holds is as vague to me as it is to Jack at this point. But I love that, and it's going to be really cool to find out what the big picture is.